On February 2nd, 2013, at a shooting range near Chalk Mountain, Texas, Chris Kyle, a former United States Navy SEAL, and his friend Chad Littlefield were both shot and killed in what seems to be cold-blooded murder. This action took place the night where Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield were visiting the Rough Creek Lodge shooting range. But there was another person traveling with the two. The man's name was Eddie Ray Ruth, age 25. Kyle and Littlefield's intention was to help provide some type of therapeutic treatment for Ruth's post-traumatic stress disorder. Unfortunately, little did they know, this act of kindness would lead to the last day these two would live on Earth. The group arrived at around 3 p.m. at Rough Creek Lodge, where they raised a red flag before they began to shoot, signaling others to stay away. 2 hours later, the bodies of Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield were found by the employee of Rough Creek Lodge. Kyle was laying face down on the deck and was shot 6 times by a .45 caliber pistol. Littlefield was found to be shot 7 times with a 9mm Sig Sauer handgun. Both of these guns seem to have belonged to Kyle. A murder-suicide was quickly ruled out, as a 911 phone call from Ruth's sister claimed that he had killed 2 people at the shooting range and that he was psychotic. Ruth fled the scene with Chris Kyle's vehicle, but was caught soon after crashing into a police cruiser. Ruth was arrested and later put on trial. During the trial, the defense barely gave an effort to prove Eddie Ray Ruth didn't commit the murder. But Ruth pleaded innocent by reason of insanity. Previous medical examinations reviewed during the trial showed that Ruth was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder at the Dallas Veteran Affairs Hospital. A forensic psychiatrist hired by the defense, however, disagrees with the post-traumatic stress disorder diagnosis. The psychiatrist believed that Ruth was a schizophrenic and had various paranoid delusions. Was this a crime of madness where the criminal didn't know right from wrong? Or was this an act of cruel murder? Well, during the trial, the prosecution claimed that Ruth was faking insanity and was intoxicated and reckless. This was backed up by past incidents involving Ruth, as he threatened suicide multiple times and later blamed it on the booze. The VA he was currently at offered Ruth inpatient treatment for his alcohol abuse, but he declined. Juror Christina Yeager added on to this by stating that Ruth showed a pattern with his behavior. This pattern was Ruth getting intoxicated, getting in trouble, and then blaming it on insanity. But was this enough evidence to prove Ruth's insanity defense false? If a man or a woman doesn't know the difference between right and wrong, that is a clear way to show someone has the right to an insanity defense. But prosecutors know Eddie Ray Ruth fled the scene in Chris Kyle's vehicle and showed remorse during his interrogation. This was enough evidence for investigators to come to the conclusion that Ruth knew what he was doing and knew that he was committing an evil act. Since the plea of insanity was proven false during the trial, the judge had confirmed Ruth guilty of capital murder and sentenced him to life in prison without parole. The tragedy on that day will never be forgotten, as 2 men were murdered, one being one of the most highly regarded Navy SEALs marksmen, who has claimed over 160 lives, which is a U.S. sniper killing record. His service was extremely appreciated by the creation of a movie named American Sniper, and his death was mourned, as in his home state of Texas, an estimation of about 7,000 people attended public service for Kyle.